I'm a good friend of Gus. I spent 32 years with him. I spent great moments. I share his life more than most people. Gus was not only full of life. Gus didn't understand how to argue. Gus was a character that you could get upset, turn purple. And Gus would say, "Let's party." Gus didn't understand life the way we understand life. Gus was a preacher on his own way. Yes? Gus will be the best candidate to go scuba diving without oxygen. Gus will be the best candidate to go rafting without a boat. Gus will be a car racer. He will park in Spagos, leave the car going down on a Lamborghini or something like this. I said, "Gus, your car." And he said, "Don't worry, you'll hit somebody, will stop." Gus taught most of the attorneys that I know, that they became attorneys, the way of doing business. He was a professor when he did. He was extremely witty, extremely elegant. He can talk to a gardener and talk to a president. He thought he was the mayor of the Philippines. I can inform you that he's not. Yes, having breakfast with Gus was the best. Gus will have adobo for breakfast, a Bloody Mary, and fried chicken. And I will say, "Gus, how's your body?" "It's great." You know, so I'm going to make it really brief. And I don't like to make things brief. Excuse me. This is Gus looking for Erica. He loved Erica. He loved her so much that it became a nightmare. We go to the movies, we go to the theater, and he would say, "Where's my little one, Erica?" Emily loved her so much, so much. And I'm sure at the end, you know, through his life, maybe he didn't know how to express it, but he told me he loved you so much. To you, Dina, it's freedom. You know? You get to you it's like a hallelujah girl. Jesus Christ, get him out of the house. Get him out of the house. Now you get to sleep in your own bedroom. Yes. Nobody makes a mess. No more Filipino smell. So to you it's not freedom. But I guarantee you, in 10 more lives, you will never miss a moneda. And neither are we. So children, gentlemen and ladies, you all knew him well. He left well. He had a life that not too many of us live. Not at all. From being himself, from growing up with a gusto to work. That's what I'm very proud of him. He left for the Philippines for whatever happened, came back and built it up again. Not for him, for his family. So be proud of him. He never stayed one day, he was just thinking what he's going to do. He thought he was a good golfer. It just came to me. Yeah. He had the best outfits. He had more, whatever you call this, the steel, the 2, the 4, the 8, the 9. By the time we went to the green, we already had 3 Bloody Marys. But he thought under the influence that he was a good golfer, so let it be. He was a great golfer, a wonderful golfer. What else can I say that you don't know? He's in peace. He's in peace. Oh, I forgot. He's been looking for this for like 4 months. Yeah, let me give it to you. 4 months. Yes. Take your glasses. So, take less than a minute. Take maybe 30 seconds. Close your eyes. Remember him. Just for 30 seconds and remember, let's party. Just 30 seconds and may God be with you. Good. It's all yours.
John? How do you follow that act? Dear friends and family, on behalf of the Luciano children, I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us to celebrate the life of my father. Please allow me to begin with a letter I received from my sister Patricia, who could not join us today, but wanted to express her thoughts about our dad in her own words. It is entitled, "I Love You, Daddy." It made me see how life works. Everything happens for a reason. There are 3 stages to life our parents gave each and every one of us. The first one, we are born and we can see the world around us for the first time. The second one, we live, we see the world around us, but we can stand on our own 2 feet. Mommy and Daddy are still there to help us and to pull us through life. We have our share of ups and downs, bad times and good times, happy times and the sad times. And thirdly, we die. We were made by God, then we die. We go back to God. My father, Augusto Luciano, is like all fathers, a loving and caring father to all his kids. Dad bought me my first kiddie pool and played with me in it. He wasn't a perfect father, no, but I love him like no other. So I give him back to God with all my admiration, peace, love, harmony, and my dad will not be erased from my mind. In closing, she says, I thank you all for coming here today to support us in a time of need. Love, Pat. Now I'm going to share with you my own thoughts. For those of you who know me, you also know the relationship between my father and me was less than conventional. We never played ball in the park, went fishing down by the lake, or barbecued in the backyard. This just wasn't his thing. Dad did things in his own way, always with style and always from the heart. Some of my fondest childhood memories were with my dad. I can remember the vacations we took to places like Cabo, Maui, and other really beautiful destinations. But what really made it all worthwhile was that we were together. Although we didn't spend a great quantity of time with one another, it was the quality of time that we shared that mattered to me the most. Another great aspect of my father was the people that he met and the friends he made. If a person's worth is judged by the company he keeps, then my dad was worth a whole heck of a lot. I must admit though, Dad was indeed different. He had what I like to call Gus-isms. One such moment that stands out to me was when I was about 9 or 10. The Boy Scouts had a father-son camping trip. Dad and I, along with the other parents and children, went out to a campground to spend the weekend roughing it. While everyone ate PB&J sandwiches and drank Kool-Aid, Dad rustled up some steak dinners from Bob Big Boy and a 6-pack of Heineken. Later that night, as we slept in our tents, it began pouring rain. I got up the next morning to find a note on his sleeping bag that read, "I'll be at the Holiday Inn." His idea of roughing it, a 1-star hotel without room service. He was the man that took full advantage of what life had to offer. He's seen it all, done it all, bought the t-shirt, the hat, and the golf shoes. I believe in my heart of hearts there will never be a person quite like him. This I can assure you. Patty, Emily, Erica, and I will miss you dearly, Ed. May you rest in peace on the eternal 18th hole. We love you.
This is a poem that I wrote for my father. Dad, so many images come to mind whenever I speak your name. It seems that without you in my life, things would have never been the same. Whatever happened to those lazy days, when I was a child, when my life was so consumed in you, your life, and in your smile. Sometimes I hear your voice, and I turn to see your face. Yet in my turning, it seems the sounds have been erased. Dad, who will I turn to for answers when life does not make sense? Who will be there to hold me close when the pieces just don't fit? Dad, if I could turn back time to speak to you and once more hear your voice, I'd tell you how much I love you, and that of all the dads, you'd still be my #1 choice. Please always know how much I love and miss you, and nobody can ever take your place. The years may come and go, but the memories will never be erased.